And I'm gonna hit the light. Ooh! That's delicious. That is so good! Hi, welcome back to our vegan baking adventures. I had been on a mission to come up with the best blueberry muffin recipe after a while back my husband had these blueberry muffins from a chain grocery store that he said were just the tastiest muffins he had ever had, and I think it was a few years that he kept raving about them. Now, in his defense, I wasn't the baker at the time, so it's not like he was trying to shove it in my face that a grocery store's muffins were better than mine. But let's just say when I opened the shop, I knew that muffins had to be one of the first things that I mastered for our menu. So muffins are way less forgiving than a lot of things in my test kitchen. I feel like a lot of things when you're making up a new recipe, you have a little bit of room for failure there, but muffins were not the case. I had a lot of failed recipes, which is all part of the game, and that's okay. But I feel like I finally did come up with my best vegan blueberry muffin recipe. So that's what we're gonna bake today. This is my beloved soy milk stained, slightly crunchy vegan blueberry muffin recipe. So let's go. Alrighty, first we're gonna make our flax eggs. So I've got 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed in here, and then 6 tablespoons of water. And I just whisk it up with a little baby whisk here. And that serves as our binder instead of eggs, since it's an all vegan recipe. And then once you have that ready, you can set that aside. And then we're going to make vegan buttermilk, which I like to do using soy milk. It's just my favorite thing to bake with in general. I think it's the creamiest. So we have 180 milliliters of soy milk here, and I'm gonna add lemon juice. It kind of curdles it up. So to that we'll add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. 1. All right. Now we can set that aside as well and switch over to our dry ingredients. So I got this big old bowl here, and we're going to add our 2 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and 3/4 cups of sugar. Now whisk it on up. Stir in your wet ingredients. Add oil and vanilla. It is 1/2 cup of oil and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now mix everything up real good. You can tell even in mixing this recipe that you're gonna get some delicious moist muffins out of it. I know people hate the word moist, but I love the word moist when it comes to baking. That's like the best compliment you can get, especially with blueberry muffins. So we're gonna make some moist we're gonna make some moist muffins. Shout it. These muffins also freeze really well, which is always good. So you can make them in advance, double the recipe. I'm actually halving the recipe right now than what I used to make at the shop. So I'm really testing my math skills right now and hoping I'm doing it all correct. But it's easy to double it and make them in advance and freeze them and thaw them whenever you need them. Okay, so we have to add our blueberries, obviously. What's blueberry muffins without the blueberries? Now we're gonna coat our frozen blueberries in some flour. If you toss the flour all around evenly, you won't have muffins where all the blueberries are on the bottom. The best part about blueberry muffins is that you get that burst of flavor in each bite, so don't skip this step. All right, now add these bad boys to your mix. Now mix it again. And again and again. No, this is the last time. Last mix. You don't wanna mix too hard because over mixing can affect your batter. So just enough to get those blueberries incorporated. Scoop. Just like Wait, I gotta do it again. This isn't the best scoop. Now scoop these up into your muffin tins. I don't really like to use muffin liners. Probably a little more eco-friendly. I don't know. Or I just don't really like to buy them, but do your thing. At the shop, Mom used to come over and tell me if they were filled enough. Now I don't have anyone to tell me. It was a constant thing like, Mom, which one do you think needs more? And she'd be in the middle of something and just like walk away. All right, so now we're gonna top it with some sugar. It just gives it that little bit of crunch on top when it comes out of the oven. Now it's time to bake. Hello, look how good these look. All right, now let them cool for a minute and then we'll transfer them out onto a plate. And optional, I like to add a little bit of glaze on top. So I may not have all my fancy shop equipment still, but I'm feeling pretty confident. Let's see what Robert thinks. And try muffin? Pick the best one. Yeah.
I should go muffin.
Still your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Are you just saying that because I'm your wife? He shrugs. All right, thanks guys. We'll see you next time with next recipe. Cheers.
How do you want me to stand?
How do you normally stand? Like
Hunched
that?
over.
Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Action.
All right, I may not have all my fancy shop. What happened here? We just started.
I didn't know you were starting that fast. I didn't think you were gonna roll right into
Okay,
it.
are you ready?
Yeah, sure.